What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Karina from Day by Day K, your fitness instructor and fitness friend. Guys, oh my goodness, we are on week 2 of our split challenge, so I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. I hope you've been doing your stretches so far. In today's video, I'm going to add on a little bit of more advanced versions of some of the moves that we did last week, as well as adding in a couple of different exercises. And if you get through the whole video and wait until the very end, I have a bonus exercise that you probably would never even expect that would be something that can help to improve your splits. So make sure you stay till the end. So we're gonna get right into it. Before I get started, guys, just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying this content and if you'd like to see more content like this, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That's how I'm gonna know you guys are liking these videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to post them below. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so we did this exercise last week. We're gonna keep this one in our routine. It's the Cossack squat. Again, as you get stronger, you're gonna be able to take it down a little bit lower. Notice in today's round, I'm keeping my hands off my legs. So I just wanted to point that out because as I mentioned, you're not putting weight with your hands on your knee. And then we're gonna go into a second variation here where I'm turning out my toe. Again, you're taking it down as low as you possibly can. So each one of these moves you're going to be doing for 1 minute. Okay, we're going to add on a new one today. So this is a hip abductor exercise, and basically this will help with the rotation of the leg and the hip joint. So we're going to do 1 minute of this exercise, and then we're going to add on to this. So we're gonna add on now, and you're still working on the same leg, but now we're just gonna be pulling our knee in forward and then kicking back. So we're getting a little bit more of the glute here, but we're still working quite a bit on the hip flexor muscles as well. And we wanna kind of be working the joint all around. So it's not just focusing in on the hips, you wanna kind of work on the muscles that are around to strengthen those as well. That's gonna actually help with the split. So of course, you're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side, and each one of these moves you're gonna be doing for 1 minute each. Alrighty, so we're gonna add on, and from here we're gonna go into that 90-90 stretch again, but the first thing we're gonna do is actually add on. So I'm placing a block. You can use a book if you don't have a block. I'm gonna place it under my foot, and for the first minute I'm gonna be actually just kind of pushing down on my knee, trying to like stretch out my hip even more. You wanna focus on sitting up as tall as you possibly can, and you wanna keep your ankle flexed here. So we're gonna be doing this for about a minute, and then we're gonna add the rotations without the block. We're gonna do 1 minute per side, and then with the rotations, you're gonna do 30 seconds in one direction, 30 seconds the other direction. So again, it's just building up from what we were practicing last week, just adding in that block for the first minute. From here we're going to sit up into a staff pose, and then we're going to lean forward into kind of a fold here. Again, we did this one last week, so you can do this for 1 minute or you can do it for 2 minutes. I do it for 2 minutes here. And again, what you want to be thinking about is pushing your knees into the mat as hard as you can. Okay, you can even try to pull your toes in towards you a little bit more to get a deeper stretch here. And of course, take your breaks as you need. Listen to your body. If you feel like you're not there yet, you can also just use like a strap or a belt or anything to wrap around your feet, because the goal is to keep those knees as flat as you can on that mat. From here, we're gonna go into downward dog. You guys, we've done this one last week again, and the difference with this one versus the yoga version, again, you wanna keep those heels on the floor, push those knees straight as you can. Again, if you need to use a block to place your hands on so that you get that straight leg, then you can go ahead and do that as well. And then we're gonna go into the pigeon pose, which we also did last week. It's staying the same, so we're gonna hold for 1 minute. Again, as you guys can see, much better form today. I have that block under my glute, so I'm sitting up nice and tall as you can. You can put your hands on your leg, you can put it on the floor, just kind of looking forward for that first minute. And then the second minute, you're going to change it up by leaning forward and kind of just pushing your hip even more into that floor. And you're gonna, of course, do 1 minute per side again. Okay, from here we're gonna go into a butterfly pose again, but we're gonna add on to this today. So this is why you're going to need some equipment. You're going to need, if you have some weights, or if you have ankle weights like I do, I'm just gonna add a little bit of weight here. And today we're not gonna be fluttering and holding. You're just gonna be trying to like push the weight down even more. You're keeping your heels as close to your body as you can, and I'm actually leaning against the wall as well, so that I'm keeping a super flat back here. So just kind of want to hold that for as long as you can, and then release, and then push down again and hold as long as you can, and then release. I did this for 2 minutes, but again, you can do it for 1 minute. If you don't have any weights, don't worry, just do the butterfly flutters again. Alrighty guys, so from there we're gonna go into a runner's lunge, or you can call it a lizard, whichever way you wanna look at it. And basically, again, I'm just kind of placing my knee on the floor and pushing my hip into the floor as hard as I can. The front leg, I'm basically keeping it at 90 degrees, keeping my foot nice and flat on the mat. So again, we're gonna do 1 minute here, and then for the second minute, we're gonna hold ourselves up, and you're gonna push that knee away from the body. Okay, so again, you're gonna do each side for 2 minutes, but basically you're holding each pose for 1 minute. So next we have a kneeling hip flexor stretch. I'm doing this just kind of so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. You can use 2 hands or 1 hand to hold on, or you can use a strap, or you can actually even just put your foot against a wall. And what you want to be kind of focusing in on this one is making sure that your pelvis is kind of pushing forward. You're not turning your pelvis back. And then you're also if possible, try to hold on to your ankle. I'm obviously here kind of half ankle, half foot, but that's okay, because you guys are going to see why it's not a big deal for our stretch today. From here, we're going to get our ankle weights on. Now, don't worry if you don't have ankle weights. Again, you can definitely do this without ankle weights. And this is kind of back to our straddle pose that we did on the floor the other week. You can do both of these stretches, or you can do one of them, whichever way you prefer. I, of course, ended up doing both, so 1 minute for each one. But again, I'm pushing my bottom into the right up against the wall there, and then just kind of extend my legs and let the weight kind of do the work for me. So just kind of holding my legs out, trying to deepen that stretch. Again, the weights are mainly doing the work here, so you can hold this for 2 minutes if you'd like, or you can do each stretch, the straddle pose and this one for 1 minute each. And And then from here, we're going to go into our reaches. So I'm in that straddle pose seated here, and I'm reaching opposite hand to opposite foot. And you want to, even if you want to add on, like kind of trying to rotate to get your forehead to the knee there, you can go ahead and do that as well. Just kind of depends on where you are at on your stretch journey. At this point in the stretching, I was pretty sore, so that was basically as far as I can go. But again, you go at your own pace here. And from there, we're going to go into another new one, which is Eccentric Split. So I'm basically wearing socks here. You want to slide yourself out and then bring yourself up using a chair or anything else that you can use at home. So you're going out into those splits as slow as you can, bringing yourself back up. So what you want to really think about here is your pelvis as well. So you want to be tilting your pelvis more forward rather than pushing your bum back. So just keeping that in mind. So you're going to do this for either 1 to 2 minutes, or you can do this for 8 reps. Okay, and then once you're done, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into a holding position. So as you can see here, guys, I'm going into the isometric middle split. So I'm holding my legs. I'm kind of working my adductor muscles here to kind of like push my legs in as I'm holding this position. And you want to hold this for basically whatever your max holding you can do. So whether that's 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute, you don't have to go over a minute, but basically that's it. And then from there, we are going to go and practice our splits. So seeing how far you've gone. I'm still in my socks, but it's all good. Just seeing how far we've gone. And of course, you want to always double check on each side. So how each side is doing, which side maybe you might need to focus on a little bit more if you feel like it's not coming down the same way that you'd like it to. Now we're going to go into the bonus, guys. So I'm super excited. I'm sure you're going to be super surprised. We are going to be working on our our ankle flexibility here. So what you want to do is actually be rolling out your ankles here just like that, and I'm kind of trying to use my hands so that it can go beyond the range of motion that my ankle would typically do. So I'm rolling it one way, rolling it the other way. You can do this as part of the whole program for the splits routine, or you can do this maybe on the side, like, you know, when you're watching TV or something like that. Now I'm kind of pushing my foot. I'm doing some dorsiflexion, plantar flexion here, and then I'm kind of doing some internal rotation, external rotation of that ankle here as much as you can. And you can repeat this maybe 4 or 5 times. For the purpose of this video, I'm only doing it once per side, but again, this is actually going to really help you, especially with getting those side splits, right? Where you have to have your foot nice and flat on the floor. And yeah.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope you enjoyed that bonus exercise. Let me know in the comments below if you are going to be adding in that bonus one into your stretches. And as always, guys, have an awesome week. I'm excited for this week to see how things go, and I'm excited for next week already. See you guys for the next 2 days this week that I'm going to be doing some videos, and keep your stretches going. Have a good one.